Ragatha is considered one of the most innocent characters in the digital Circus. Even on some occasions, we have come to feel bad about how horribly Jax treats her. But in this 4th episode, Ragatha has revealed her true personality and everything points to her being the most toxic friend in the group. So let's find out who Ragatha really is. From episode number 1, she was shown to us as the kindest and most attentive character in the group. She was always concerned about the well-being of others and even seemed like the mother hen. But behind that kindness and gentleness, she hides something really unpleasant. Well, we have discovered that her kindness and concern for others is not real. So, why does she behave this way? Wow, friends, let me tell you that Ragatha's personality is even more complicated than Gangl's. That's significant, given how Gangl went crazy in episode 4. What's really going on with Ragatha? And why can't we really trust her? Let's start by analyzing everything she said while she was working on her digital job. After she got intoxicated with this paint, it seems like it brought out her most honest and sincere side. And it's that Ragatha's kindness doesn't seem real at all. In fact, it looks quite fake. But the anger and frustration she felt throughout almost the entire episode, that was quite sincere. Even her hypocrisy is shown to us at the beginning of the episode, while she seems to be interested in Gangl's problems.
Are you okay, Gangl?
Why do you always do that to him? He gets really upset when Jax breaks his comedy mask again. And he always addresses others in a way that's too friendly, so much so that it even seems fake. But just when they're on their work shift, Ragatha's personality changes completely. And I know many will think it was just the effects caused by the intoxication. But if you ask me, all the things he says are what Ragatha is really feeling. After getting paint in her eyes, she says things like Pumni prefers to be with the NPCs than with them, who are her friends.
She's flirting with the gummy guy because it seems she prefers the NPCs over us, the people.
Is this what she really thinks? Pomni's Rágata, but that's not the hardest thing we're going to hear from Ragatha. Later on, she says things like her horse liked radishes.
My horses loved radish.
Could this be a sign of what Ragatha experienced in her human life? Well, from previous episodes, we found out that Ragatha does like horses. That's why we conclude that Ragatha's reaction was just the way she reveals her true personality. She's not just a sweet ragdoll, her emotions are quite hard to understand, and it seems like she's even more frustrated than she is. Gangl feels so dissatisfied that we even hear her say, "Why doesn't anyone flirt with me?"
Oh, why doesn't anyone flirt with me?
Are all the fights with Jax just for him to give her a little attention? And I'm not just saying this because yes, friends. Well, in one part of this episode, we hear Ragatha tell Jax that she hates him, but she doesn't want him to hate her.
Hello, Jax. I feel like I hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. It's weird, isn't it?
This leaves us with a lot to think about, and leads us to the conclusion that Ragatha is simply behaving kindly because she wants to be liked by everyone, but she is not expressing her true feelings. And after knowing this, could you trust Ragatha again? She is quite tough with what she feels, and is so afraid of not pleasing others that her perfect friend behaviors make her look like a very toxic person. She even opens up to Zubu and confesses that she is irritating her and is always too irritating.
Excellent, you're short about 300.
You're irritating me. Why are you always so irritating?
Honestly, I don't think all of this is just about a simple intoxication, unless that paint has the same effect as drinking a bottle of Buchanan's. You know, drunk people always tell the truth. Well, he was also too cruel to poor Gangl and tells her that her comedy mask is annoying. And we can notice that it was not just a simple joke, as Gangl's face says it all.
Everything's fine, Gangl, but when you have the happy mask on, you're annoying. Wait, that was offensive?
She really felt bad about the comment Ragatha made to her. This is because Gangl did consider Ragatha a friend, and it's not like Ragatha was as thoughtless as she seemed. Because if she realized that her comment was quite offensive, she herself acknowledges it. But she wasn't even able to apologize to Gangl. And if we analyze it, Gangl and Ragatha seem to be too friendly since the first episode. They have always supported each other. But after this, it seems that Ragatha doesn't consider anyone as her true friend, and her friendship is just a sham to fill her own insecurities. And we can verify this because when Pumni takes out the trash and finds Gangl very sad, she recommends that he could talk to Ragatha about how he feels. And Gangl doesn't give a very good response about Ragatha. Gangl confesses that he loves Ragatha, but now he doesn't know if she's being sincere with everyone.
Ragatha could help you, couldn't she? I love her, but for a while now I don't know if she's truly honest with everyone.
So Ragatha is simply repressing her true emotions and hiding what she really thinks of others, just to avoid upsetting them. And in fact, this was confirmed by Gooseworks himself. In one of the Tumblr questions asked about Ragatha, they confessed that indeed Ragatha only internalizes her true feelings. In this way, we confirm that the kindness that Ragatha shows us towards others is completely false, and she does it for her own benefit. But why? The answer is quite simple, friends. Ragatha is just trying to appear to be a good friend to see if she can save herself this way. But after seeing a bit of Ragatha's true personality, who knows if the other characters will take her into account, or at least show her a little consideration. And we've seen how each episode tries to explain something about the characters. And I'm pretty sure the 5th chapter of the Digital Circus will focus a bit more on Ragatha. Maybe it will reveal what his true intentions are and why he started behaving this way. Although if you ask me, I think this was just a simple strategy by Ragatha to face his horrible reality. Because even in episode 3, Kinga makes an important comment, as he tells Ragatha that it was very difficult for him to adapt.
I'm more worried that she's having a worse time than yesterday. I feel like she doesn't like me very much.
I remember it took you a long time to get used to it. What we still need to find out is what the relationship between Gangl and Ragatha will be like after these strong comments he made. Well, at least Subul tried to take it in the best way possible, as he seems to be one of the most mature and reasonable characters. But poor Gangl was so hurt that it even made her doubt the friendship of her other companions. And something quite interesting is that in this photo shared by Gooseworks, it's curious to see how only Subul, Gangl, and Pomni appear together. But where is Ragatha? Is he part of the bad group, or is he just doing it out of the desperation he's feeling? To get more answers, we'll have to wait for episode number 5. Hopefully. And can you clarify what really happened with Ragatha in his human life? Don't forget to leave your theory in the comments about why Ragatha is acting this way. Is he really an evil character? We read you in the comments.